Around here, community is much more than the place where we live. It's the values we share and the friends and neighbors we know. Hardworking, honest, warm and welcoming. Just walk down the street and you can feel it. This is home. You deserve the same connection with your local financial partner. Other banks come and go, but Effort National Bank has been here for generations, and our door is always open. A lot has changed since 1881, but not the values we live by, like being a dependable financial partner, here for you today and tomorrow. We believe banking should be simple, so you'll find easy to understand accounts and get straightforward answers quickly. We are here to serve your needs, not collect extra fees. So we offer affordable solutions designed to make life easier. Here, you're a neighbor, not a number, and we'll make your banking truly personal. Have a question? Just ask Marie. Looking to buy a home? Craig is ready to help. Want to grow your business? Talk to Derek. And don't forget to say hi to Jeff. He's our CEO. At ENB, we love where we live, and it shows. Throughout the year, we're in our community, giving of our time, talents, and resources to make a difference in the places we call home. Because we all depend on a strong community. So get to know Ephrata National Bank. There's a branch right near you. And from the moment you walk in, you'll feel the difference.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the annual meeting of the Northern Lancaster County Chamber of Commerce. I am Liz Ackerman, your Executive Director, and on behalf of the Board of Directors, we want to thank you for taking time out of your day to be with us. So 2020 was definitely a year of firsts for the Chamber. For example, it's the first time we're conducting this event virtually. And even more exciting, as you just saw, it was the first time we had a company step up to be a platinum investor for the Northern Lancaster County Chamber of Commerce. Ephrata National Bank has always been a leader in supporting the communities of Northern Lancaster County, and we are honored to have them as our inaugural platinum investor. It is my pleasure to now introduce Eric Williams, who is Executive Vice President and Chief Lending Officer from Ephrata National Bank, to provide the welcome. So just one moment and let me pull him up. Find him, I apologize, everyone. Eric, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, you can begin.
Okay, good afternoon. Thank you, Liz. Good afternoon and welcome, members of the Chamber. As Liz said, my name is Eric Williams, and I'm here to welcome you to the annual Chamber Address. We are very proud to support the Northern Lancaster Chamber as the Platinum sponsor. And we are also pleased that all of you could be with us today participating. Just a few quick remarks. You know, we, just like you, are very much looking forward to a better and brighter 2021, putting the challenges of the past year behind us. So, you know, that being said, we do have a lot to be grateful for. And, you know, I think it's always good to talk about that. You know, your resiliency has just been amazing this past year. Your ability to adapt, and those are certainly things that that we want to be thankful for. So, just to add to the commercial that you saw a few minutes ago, I wanted to mention the SBA PPP program. We are participating that in the second round, just as we did the first round. So if you have questions or if you're interested in applying, you're welcome to reach out to us. We have a dedicated phone number that you can call to get assistance. That is 717-721-5205. Again, 721-5205. Also, all the application materials are available on our website if you want to look there. I would point out, just as a clarification, because there may be some confusion out there, with this second round, as we're calling it, of PPP, you can actually access the first program if you had not gotten a loan back in the spring. So that's referred to as a first draw. And if you did have one of those loans and you're looking for a second one and you're eligible, that's called a second draw. So that's one of the things to keep in mind as you're looking at the program requirements and what potentially could be available to you. So again, thank you for what you do for the Chamber and all of your support. And now we could sit back and relax and enjoy today's presentation. So Liz, back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eric. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share. So if everyone can bear with me momentarily. Hopefully things will go the way it's supposed to. There we go. Fantastic. So our platinum investor at ENB definitely was one of the highlights of kicking off our 2020 year, but it was followed by having a plethora of other Northern Lancaster County businesses forward to serve as investors at our gold level. We want to thank our gold investors for the 2020 Chamber year, which included Comcast Business, Retreat Behavioral Health, UPMC, Kinetic Business, WellSpan, Ephrata Community Hospital, Members First Federal Credit Union, Blue Ridge, our silver investors, Penteledata and WNC CPAs and Consultants, and also our bronze investor, Duple Agency. We were also blessed in 2020 to have our Women in Business program sponsored by these fine businesses. Our overall main sponsor was First Citizens Community Bank, followed by Ensinger Graphics and Retreat Behavioral Health, and also 1847 Financial, Carol Bryan, Marion Rutt, Remax Pinnacle, Heritage Design Interiors, Premier Speech and Hearing, Jonestown Bank and Trust, Purcell Construction, Laura the Cookie Lady, Russell Craft and Gruber, Lorraine Coover, Weinhold Wellness, and Wendy Stauffer Real Estate Team. 2020 really was an unprecedented year in Northern Lancaster County and the world. But for our Chamber of Commerce, it was a year that tested our board of directors as things came at them both personally and with their businesses. They were also tasked with helping to guide the Chamber through this year of challenges. I want to personally recognize and thank each of our board of directors who gave countless hours of their time and energy to ensure that your Chamber of Commerce was able to rise to a new level, to provide new membership benefits and opportunities to ensure that Northern Lancaster County remained strong through the pandemic. Our executive team was led by Mark Thompson, Tyler Eberly, Joy Ashley, Logan Maurer, Ryan Ellis, and Aaron Treese. And our directors included Shauna Ensinger, Chrissy Gariano, Julia Groff, Adelise Lopez, Dr. Ella Musser, Bob Ortmeyer, Mike Reynolds, Teresa Richardson, Craig Shire, and John Stevens. Without their leadership, the Chamber would not be in the strong position we are today. Thank you. Now, the Northern Lancaster County Chamber of Commerce may have had an unprecedented year in 2020 because of the pandemic, but it also had an unprecedented year in how it continued to grow and impact our members and Northern Lancaster County and our communities as a whole. As you can see in our year in review, we have grown exponentially, encouraging more members to step forward and become involved. Over 66 new members decided to join the Chamber throughout the entire 2020 year. There was not one month where we did not have new members being approved by the Board of Directors. We currently stand at 322 members. And even though the pandemic halted a number of things, it did not stop new businesses opening and expanding in Northern Lancaster County, as we were able to assist with 15 ribbon cuttings. We also were able to shift our educational and networking events, some of which were able to take place in person and others that were provided via this virtual format, with over 30 educational events, 19 networking events, and 12 specific women in business events. Our keystone events were also able to be conducted. Some of them had to be amended to be taking place in a virtual format, and others needed to be postponed until a time when we could safely gather again together. But we did have our annual address, which was in person last year, almost exactly 1 year to this day, with 118 attendees. The Chamber Cup sold out with 120 golfers. Our Business Expo saw itself moving to Clipper Magazine Stadium and being outdoors for the first time, where we had 30 exhibitors. Our Economic Forecast Breakfast moved to a virtual platform, and we also conducted an in-person holiday bazaar with over 52 vendors. As we moved to a virtual format, it made also complete sense that we would continue to see our expansion in the virtual space of social media for the Chamber of Commerce. As you can see, we have continued to increase our reach in our social media, which allows us to highlight our members and be able to share out their content and the different areas that they are receiving awards. And as we are able to expand our reach, we expand the reach for our members. We also were very proud of the creation of a specific group that is an offshoot of the Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, which was our Northern Lancaster Stronger Together Through COVID-19. In this group, we were able to provide information regarding local restaurants, when they were open, regarding their hours. We also gave highlights on the opening of various businesses, who include churches and grocery stores. This group is one that we are now working to expand to be able to continue to highlight our chamber membership and the businesses that we serve. We are truly blessed in Northern Lancaster County who have leaders who consistently step up to guide our community and the challenges that we have head on. And nowhere have we seen this more impactfully than in our board of directors and our current board president, Mark Thompson. It is my pleasure to now bring Mark forward so that he can present our annual membership meeting. Mark?
Thank you, Liz. I would like to officially call to order the annual membership meeting of the Northern Lancaster County Chamber of Commerce. We will begin with our financial update by our treasurer, Logan Maurer. Logan?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Before I get started with everything, I just want to take a moment and express the gratitude, sort of piggybacking off of what Liz had said. We could not do this without you and your continued support, and the financial results that I'm going to share with you all are a true reflection of your support, and we want you to feel part of these numbers. And of course, with the COVID pandemic, it's impacted everybody so differently. So we just wish you continued safety and health for you and all of your families. Just going to talk through a couple of the main financial highlights. Net income for the year, we ended up with a bottom line of $43,769. And just to put in perspective, that's an increase of $15,096 or 53% over 2019. So even in a year that we had all these unprecedented events with the pandemic and so forth, your support just truly reflects in how we were able to generate these profits and continue serving you all. Our financial assets, we ended the year with $135,069, which is an increase in correlation of our net income, or 48% over 2019. In 2020, we were fortunate enough to make an additional investment to be good stewards of our financial resources, and we did generate total interest income of $2,295, an increase of $1,203 or 110% over the prior year. Our membership dues totaled out to be $62,714, an increase of $8,321 or 15% over 2019. And we were actually at a surplus over our budget for the year of $7,269, or 13.1% over our budget. And just going to continue to state that our front-loaded fee structure that we discussed last year also paid off again this year, especially with the pandemic and the way that everyone was impacted this year. We have currently seen that paying off, and thank you to Jeff for that one as well, Jeff Burrow. Investors, we ended up with $47,431, an increase of $12,481 or 36% over 2019. And in relation to our budget, we also came out at a surplus of $17,341 or 58% over that. Our events were revenue generating, noting a few came in slightly under budget, but Liz, Tara, and the team really had to work hard in adapting to a virtual environment, and we wanted to make sure that these events were still provided for you all. So we are super grateful that we were able to continue those, and we did end up revenue generating and revenue positive for that. That's pretty much all I have for everybody. We look forward to a great 2021 of continued growth with you all. And again, we could not do this without you. And please note that I also want to give a shout out to the co-treasurer, Ryan Ellis, as well. I'm presenting on behalf of both of us, but both of us have a lot of involvement in these numbers, and we're very proud of them, and we were happy to present these to you. So have a blessed day.
Thank you, Logan, for providing that update for us. I would like to personally thank our 2020 Board of Directors. The financial picture that Logan provided would have not been possible without your direction, guidance, and oversight. I am also very proud to have such an engaged board who respectfully considers all ideas and who always keeps our members at the forefront of all of our decisions. Your leadership through a year of such uncertainty was crucial to our continued growth and success. I cannot thank you enough. We do have two outgoing board members this year. First is Chrissy from Retreat Behavioral Health, who has opted to not continue with her second term. She will be passing the torch off to another leader from Retreat Behavioral Health. Chrissy, I just want to thank you for all your contributions over the past 3 years. Our second individual is someone whom you all should know pretty well, Erin Treese, who was my predecessor as president of our chamber. Erin has reached her board term limit, serving 2 3-year terms. It was decisions under her leadership that set us up for the growth position we are in today. When Erin started as board chair and president, we were under the name of Ephrata Area Chamber of Commerce. At that time, our organization was in some financial distress, and we had to make some very difficult decisions. Erin was very careful in collecting data, listening to stakeholders, and guiding us to what ultimately led to the rebrand of the Northern Lancaster County Chamber of Commerce. Through that transition, we changed our model, moved our office, hired a new executive director, added a full-time staff member, and in my opinion, developed a value proposition that made joining our chamber an easy decision. Erin, we have been through quite a journey together. I have learned so much from you as a leader, and for that, I am grateful. At this time, we're going to pass the virtual mic off to Erin, who would like to share a few words.
Thank you, Mark. Clearly, we've been working together for quite some time because everything you touched on, I was planning to touch on as well. We really have been through a lot the last 6 years, but I want to take a moment and just say how proud I am of the organization. We've just, the last 5 years, had a lot of major decisions that needed to come to fruition for the organization. And now I can proudly step back and say those decisions have really paid off. And I'm just so tickled and proud to see where we are at today. The past year, honestly, for me, watching the leadership really navigate through these unprecedented times and be able to take a back seat to that was such a proud and pivotal moment for me to realize that, you know, the organization is set up for success and we have all the tools in place to continue our forward trajectory. So with that, I just want to say a sincere thank you to all of our chamber membership, past and present board of directors for believing in us and the organization. A special thank you to Liz and Mark. Your leadership and continued leadership is setting this organization up for success. And also a thank you to my employer, Members First, for really supporting me and the service and the time that it took to bring the organization and work through all the changes that we had on our plate over the last 6 years. So thank you. I'm going to miss our board meetings and time together, but I will definitely be a vocal voice on the sideline cheering the organization forward. So thank you.
Thank you, Erin. I would also like to thank those who serve on our various committees. These committees do much of the work behind the scenes, which contribute to our strategic plan and objectives. After today's presentation, we will be delivering you electronic literature highlighting our committees and the opportunities for which our members can serve. At this time, I would like to introduce the individuals who have been recommended by the nominating committee to serve as Class A directors for 2 3-year terms on our board of directors. First is Shauna Ensinger from Ensinger Graphics. Shauna had joined our board as a special 1-year term as part of the merge with the Lidditz Area Business Alliance, and she has elected to be part of our board going forward for the next 2 3-year term. Additionally, Maggie Hunt from Retreat Behavioral Health will be joining our board as well. According to our bylaws, the deadline for nominations was November 30th, 2020. Since we did not receive any other nominations, nominations are closed. This year, we will be using a poll feature to assist in the voting of the nominations. Liz, when you get a chance, if you could put that up, which I see is now up. We will give about 30 seconds to allow for voting.
Poll is now closed, and there was overwhelming approval for our new directors. Congratulations.
Thank you, Liz, and welcome Shauna and Maggie to the 2021 Northern Lancaster County of Chamber Board of Directors. We began 2020 with an exciting announcement that the Lidditz Area Business Alliance, otherwise known as LABA, would be merging with our organization. Much of this work for this acquisition success needs to be credited to Shauna Ensinger, who was a founding member of LABA. Shauna assisted in communicating and providing connections for this smooth transition. We have since added many members from LABA to our membership here at the Chamber. Thank you, Shauna, for your leadership and execution of this strategic objective. A few short months later, like many of you, we had to adapt as the pandemic hit. Lidditz and Terra quickly shifted to being an information resource, providing information on financial resources, changes to the law, communicating who was opened, when they were open, how they were delivering their service, and making connections to help us navigate the unknown. Liz and Terra, with the partnership of Windstream, were able to coordinate getting access to the software that allowed us to meet virtually, which is the software that we are all using today. In addition, with assistance of board member Bob Ortmeyer of WellSpan, we were able to get an understanding of the data of the virus, which allowed us to make educated decisions on whether we could safely host events in person. We as a chamber felt it was crucial to provide both virtual and in-person events when safe and allow our members to make choices based off of their comfort level. Again, with the partnership of WellSpan, we are able to make decisions to discontinue in-person events when the data was telling us it was the right thing to do. I'm thankful for our partnerships we have and the partnerships that continue to assist us during this difficult time and difficult decisions. None of us were in this alone. Later on, Liz will highlight additional events that the Chamber was able to provide in 2020. 2020 was a difficult year for many of us, but there is much to be thankful for and much to look forward to in 2021. I encourage you all to remain positive, lift each other up, and lean on each other as we continue to forge past this pandemic. At this time, I will pass it back to Liz, who will discuss the growth of the Chamber and highlight 2020 events from the Chamber of Commerce.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mark. And thank you to our incoming board members. We look forward to working with you to help make 2021 one of the most successful year on records for the Chamber of Commerce. We are already starting to experience the overall growth that we had from 2019 into 2020. While a lot of organizations were tested in 2020, one of the things that definitely shone through our Chamber of Commerce was the level of growth that we were able to experience as a chamber, but also as a community, as we grew into new capacities and new ways to be able to serve our members. As Mark mentioned, we were able to utilize our existing partnerships with our strong members to provide guidance regarding the pandemic and its impact on our businesses, when they could be open, how they could be opening safely. And we also were able to shift into still to provide programming that was in a virtual format. We were pleased to be able to once again try our in-person events when the numbers showed, with our golf outing and also our in-person outdoor business expo. All of the growth that we experienced through the connections with our members, our new members as they came on board, and also the new areas of expansion for providing information for our membership and being a new resource for them will continue in 2021. The Chamber, once again, has many businesses that are stepping forward in 2021 to invest in our members and our communities. We are proud to once again have Ephrata National Bank as our platinum investor for 2021, as they sincerely appreciated the impact that the Chamber was able to provide for the business communities and the communities at large within Northern Lancaster County. We also have returning gold investors with Kinetic by Windstream, Comcast Business, Retreat Behavioral Health, Blue Ridge Communications, WellSpan Ephrata Community Hospital, UPMC, and also silver investors in WNC CPAs and Consultants, Members First Federal Credit Union, and Penn Teledata. And finally, our bronze investors, Pupil Insurance and First Citizens Community Bank. We also, in 2021, will continue to see an expansion of our Women in Business programming, which will be made possible by our sponsors for our 2021 Women in Business program. The Women in Business program continues to see increased activity through our membership and guidance in programming that includes our coffee and conversations, cocktails and connections, as well as our professional women's forum, Sip and Swirl wine tasting event, and of course our holiday bazaar. All of these will be returning and are already taking place in 2021. 2021 is going to be one of the most active years in our chamber as we continue with our virtual programming and the lessons that we've learned, but also start the kickoff of our in-person programming once again this spring. We are excited to announce that the 2021 Business Expo is scheduled to take place on April 29th in person, once again at Clipper Magazine Stadium, where the Barnstormers play. We have elected to have the event remain as an outdoor event to ensure that we will be able to provide this unique networking experience to all businesses in Lancaster County in a safe environment, and sincerely appreciate the Barnstormers' commitment to partner with us to be able to provide the expo once again outdoors. I encourage you to keep your eye out in your email, as we have recently started sign up for the Business Expo, and you don't want to miss out on this unique opportunity that will be uniquely marketed to all Lancaster County businesses. We anticipate a very strong attendance, as it will be one of the first in-person networking events for the community at large. We are also exceedingly excited to once again have our Chamber Cup golf outing. It will be at Fox Chase Golf Course on July 22nd. And we are thrilled to have our event sponsor, Restoration Relief, step forward this year. This event sold out in 2020, and we are very well on our way to being sold out again. You will be able to have an email come to your box very soon to sign up. If you're interested in participating, I encourage you to sign up soon. As I said, we're getting close to being sold out already. And finally, our economic forecast breakfast will be returning in the fall. We ask you to save the date for October 21st. Words cannot describe how I feel as the executive director of the Northern Lancaster County Chamber of Commerce when it comes to speaking of my members. Consistently throughout the year, I have been asked by members and other community members regarding how I see the businesses of Northern Lancaster County being able to weather 2020 and beyond. What is the current temperature? Am I seeing success? My consistent answer is I see growth. I see growth in how our membership has been able to address this pandemic and meet the challenges head on. Every day, I have the opportunity to speak with you, my members, to hear about how the pandemic is impacting you and challenging you, but also how you're rising to that challenge to pivot your business, to have deliverables in various ways, and also to connect with others to ensure that the community at large is being lifted up and no one is being left behind. Serving as your executive director is truly the highlight of my professional career. And I am very excited to see how we are going to move together in 2021 to continue to have the impact that we are already starting to see. 322 members is a number that I could not fathom when I started with the Chamber 4 years ago. But now, in partnership with Tara, we anticipate that we will be continuing to grow the Chamber to having a goal of close to 400 members by the end of 2021. I sincerely hope you will work with us to get there, as our membership growth is truly based upon word of mouth, and you're reaching out to fellow businesses who you don't see as members of the Chamber and encouraging them to look into us and to see all of the benefits that we are able to provide. Thank you so much for joining us today and for having a belief and being active with the Northern Lancaster County Chamber of Commerce. At this time, I would like to bring Mark back to be able to close out our annual business meeting and our annual address. Mark, just one moment and we'll bring you forward so you can do that.
Thank you, Liz. I can't thank you and Tara enough for your leadership, especially in 2020. Every month, as you mentioned, we had new members joining, and every month I was waiting for that to stop, but it didn't, and it continued to grow. And that's just because you continue to provide value that our members see. And I also would like to thank our members for your support during 2020, and we really look forward to working with you in 2021. And if there's anything that we can do as a chamber to help support you, please let us know. Reach out to Liz, share your ideas, and please continue to provide feedback. At this time, we will conclude the annual address Thank you for everyone, and stay safe and stay in touch. Board members, if you could stay online, we have to complete a vote of our executive committee.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in 2021.